Good morning. This is Pastor Jason of Kona Faith Center with a word for today. And the word for today is gather. Gather what the Lord provides day by day. Gather for 6 days and rest on the seventh day. Gather as much as is needed, but only what is needed. Depend on God for each day's need. I think this biblical principle of depending on God day by day for everything is the core of what faith is. I'm not saying that we don't store up things in seasons of abundance for seasons of lack, but I am saying that our dependence needs to be on God each and every day for what we need that day. The implication here is that when we ask God for what we need today, that we don't try to tell him what it is we need. We rely on him to give us what we need. Therefore, whatever he brings our way is what we need for the day. Once again, I'm not saying don't plan. If anyone's a planner, it's the Lord. He laid out a plan for our lives before the foundation of the world. He knows at the beginning of a thing, the end of a thing. He works all things for good for those who love him and are called according to his purpose. He established his purpose for you and me before time began. He called us with a holy calling, his holy calling, before time began. He established grace to give to us in Jesus before time began. So one of the interesting things about God is that there's always right timing with a God who himself is not bound by time. Today is the day of salvation. So gather the benefits of salvation that the Lord provides for you today. In Psalms today, there's a strategy given that helps us to focus in on gathering what we need and only what we need today. This strategy helps us to rely on, depend on God for everything. Ready? Here's the strategy. You, Lord, are my hope, my confident expectation. You are whom I trust. Oh, hope and trust. I will depend upon you. I will always praise you. Oh, praise. More and more I will praise you. More and more I will tell how you do what is right. The more I say it, the more I believe it. More and more I will tell about your salvation. The more I say it, the more I believe it, the more I see it. More and more I will tell about your powerful works. The more I say it, the more I see it. More and more I will tell about your miracles. More and more I will tell about your might. More and more I will tell about your justice. More and more I will tell about you giving life, you being life, you wanting us to have life as you have it. And the more I say these things, the more I tell about these things, the more I believe them. So more and more I will praise you, Lord. More and more I will trust you, Lord. More and more I will sing to you, Lord. More and more I will worship you, Lord. More and more I will shout for joy because of you, Lord. More and more I will have love and joy and peace each and every day, because these are the things that I have need of. And because the more I do these things, the more my reliance, the more my dependence is on God. And the more my reliance, my dependence is on God, the more he shows me what he has provided for me today. So gather what he has provided for you today. Trust him, rely on him, depend on him. He is more than enough. The word for today is gather. God bless. Check in tomorrow.